Welcome everyone to another video here on my channel after my break. Yeah, I'm definitely better. Today we have Tainted Pact. For you who watch me on Twitch, you know I'm not the biggest fan of Tainted Pact, but the deck is so powerful, you have to have a look at it. And we choose the Demir version here. There are way more versions of it, but the Demir version is probably the one in the middle. So yeah, let's go and have fun. Okay guys, it is time that we're gonna talk about Tainted Pact. Yeah, I know, probably every one of you faced that deck, saw what the deck can do. If you didn't know that deck existed, then yeah, you're welcome here. I'm gonna explain it to you guys. So personally, before we dive into this deck, because it looks really funny just to see it from this perspective, right? I'm not a fan of the deck because I think it's really strong and it's kind of tricky to interact. But then it's more on the newer side. I mean, it's like 2 weeks old, I would say, and people like Squashchief and Sen Siet played it a lot and with success. And yeah, I think we should just go over the deck. You can let me know what you think about the deck in the comment below. But it is a combo deck, and the entire combo resolves around 2 cards. You have Tainted Pact, a 2 mana card, instant, exile the top card of your library. You may put that card into your hand unless it has the same name as another card exiled this way. Repeat this process until you put a card into your hand or you exile 2 cards with the same name, whichever comes first. So a 2 mana instant spell that basically removes your entire library. Seems good. And this in combination with Thassa's Oracle, 2 mana, 1/3. When Thassa's Oracle enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your devotion to blue. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game. So you can clearly see what we do here. You can play Thassa's Oracle, you can play Tainted Pact after the trigger, remove your library, and you win the game. There are certain things you need to know that Thassa's Oracle has devotion to, and if they remove Thassa's Oracle and you have 2 cards left, you don't win the game. So just remove the entire library, because devotion 0 still wins you the game if you have no cards in your library. Also, the clicking, if you time out, if you do Thassa's Oracle into Tainted Pact on the stack, you should it should still work and remove all your library. I think Ginky found this one out, so shout out there as well. But yeah, this is the combo, right? There are multiple versions of it. There's Grixis, Sultai, Esper, and Demir. So we have a look at the Demir one, which was the first one, I think, that came out there. And I think Grixis and Sultai are strong as well. But yeah, so due to the fact that we exiled the library, and we can only do this if the card is not in our exile already, we have some deck limitations, which means we need to play every card once except Tainted Pact, because we will play it, and Thassa's Oracle, right? So for that reason, to build this type of deck, right, it takes a lot of time. I mean, there's so many good cards, and I can go over the cards, but the main idea here is you need removal, you need card draw, you need counters, and you need ways to find your cards. The entire thing is packed into a Lurrus shell, which I think is a super good card. I'm a fan of Lurrus in this deck. I know some play Grixis and don't play Lurrus. I still like Lurrus a lot because it gives you the access to Oracle again. It gives you access to other cards as well in the deck. And yeah, so I would say we categorize the cards into draw, removal, counter, and fetch, I would say. So let's have a look. So on the 1 slot, we have a Brainstorm, 1 mana, draw 3 cards, and put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. I mean, I don't have to say too much about this card. It's super powerful, and here we go. Then an Opt, 1 mana, scry 1, draw a card. Also really powerful. Bloodchief's first, 1 black, destroy target of planeswalker or creature with mana value 2 or less. We can play the kicker, and then we can destroy target creature or planeswalker. So here we have the draws, then we have the removal, Cling to Dust, one of main super good cards. There's rogues around. Played against Eli Lothman, 50 minutes. Sadly, cannot add this to the video. It was a really long game. I said I lost 2-1, but super cool game. Yeah, Cling to Dust, 1 black, exile a card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, we gain 3 life, and if not, we draw a card. And Escape, that's why it's so strong against rogues. Fatal Push here, also 1 mana removal spell, destroy target creature if it has mana value 2 or less. And Revolt, You can destroy target creature if it has manual for less instead. Then we have some hand disruption. Sorry, I forgot to say disruption is also part of the deck. Inquisition of Kozilek, 1 mana, target player reveals the hand. You choose an online card from it with mana value 3 or less. That player discards that card. Fossis here also, hand hate, 1 mana. Target player reveals the hand. Choose an online card, and that player discards that card. You will lose 2 life. Soul Guide Lantern here is nice. It's good against some cycling. It's really good against Gearhulk because once this is into play, you can make sure they cannot recast the cards from the graveyard. So it's nice to have a card that is a permanent that gets access to exile the entire graveyard of opponent. And it's replayable with Lurrus, so it's really nice. Then we have Augur of Bolas, a really cool card. I always love that card, which is a 2 mana 1/3. When Augur of Bolas enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So Augur of Bolas usually hits something, which is really cool. Censor, 2 mana, counter spell, if they play not 1, and cycle. Fae of Wishes, here we have a fetch. So granted 4 mana, sorcery adventure. You may reveal a non-creature card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. So here we can find a combo piece or just a card we really want. Chivari Disruption, counter and land. Omen of the Sea, draw spell, 2 mana. Search for Scanta, search spell and land. Shimmer, draw spell. Well, basically look at the top 4, get the card. Agonizing Remorse, again hand hate here, 2 mana. We can exile the card from opponent's hand or graveyard. Eliminate, removal, Heartless Act, removal. Witchclaw Talisman, fetch, 2 mana. We can search for a card for 1 mana. You can only use this during your turn. And once you did it, it goes to opponent's side. This is really nice to find your last piece of the combo. Because even if you do that for 1 mana, they cannot activate this in their turn. So you save on that side, just for a note. Drowned Loch, counter / removal. Hand hate for the ratio, 2 mana. And Surveil, it's really nice. Time's Gone, bounce / removal. Mazeman Tome, draw. Mindstone Ramp, draw. Ceylon Division here, 3 mana. Search, I would say. We can look at the top 6 cards. You will have instant sorcery, put it on your hand. And it's also an island. Solve the Equation is a search card, a fetch card as well here. Tutor cards, no matter how you want to call those cards. Search your library for an instant or sorcery card. Reveal it, put it into your hand. Shuffle Supreme Will, counter / search card. 3 mana, we can choose 1, counter a spell unless control plays 3. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library. Cry of the Carnarium, 3 mana, -2/-2. So board wipe. Grim Tutor, 3 mana, we can search for a card. Lose 3 life. Agadeem's Awakening, land / reanimation, which is still nice for Lurrus or getting back Oracle. Languish, board wipe. Expertise, board wipe. Mastermind, Acquisition, fetch card. And since we have to do the same with the lands, this is how we put the lands. It is a one-off of every land here, as you can see. Yeah, this is how you have to build the deck. I mean, obviously there's so many cards to choose from, and it seems like those are the ones to go for. Sideboard, we also have one-offs, because yeah, we never bought in more than 1, right? We have Duress here, extra access to hand, Gravedigger's Cage, if we need it, to stop like Coco, to stop Muxus and those type of cards. Cast down an additional removal spell, dice destroy target non-legendary creature. Mystical Dispute, an additional counter that is good against blue cards, in general a good card. Chase, Wield of Mysteries, 4 mana, Planeswalker for loyalty, additional win con here. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. And target player mills 2 cards, draw a card, or for -8, draw 7 cards, and if your library has no cards in it, you win the game. Extinction Event, board wipe here again. Pact of Negation, really cool counter, 0 mana, counter target spell. At the beginning of your next upkeep, pay 5. If you don't, you lose the game. This is really important to know. This is a card I like to fetch or add in control matchups, because it's a free counter spell, and if you're willing to play this card, you want to win in that turn with your combo. So cool card. Scrabbling Claws, another way to disrupt the opponent's graveyard. Test of Talent, a counter. Really cool counter. Bit niche because it only counters instant and sorcery. But it's really nice because you can remove all the cards with the same name from opponent's hand and deck. An additional Tainted Pact to fetch for the combo. Pack Rat here. Pack Rat is a really interesting card because it can win you the game alone. So 2 mana, star. Packard's power and toughness are each equal to the number of rats you control. Discard a card, create a token that's a copy of Packard. So, I mean, it's an interesting card and a really niche one. Necromantia, good against combo decks, right? 3 mana, choose a card name other than a basic land card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name and exile them. That player shuffles, then creates a 2/2 black zombie creature token for each card exiled from their hand this way. So if you play against the same deck and you just name that combo piece, this is how you basically can win the game. Shadow's Verdict, another bot wipe here, and 4 distortion, 6 mana. Opponent discards all their hand. So, all the non-creature, sorry. So, I mean, this is so many cards. I mean, just looking at it, it's quite funny, right? I mean, you can talk about this so long, but as I said in the beginning, we have removals, draw spells, hand disruption, graveyard hate, tutor effects, and fetch cards. So this is the entire deck until you have the combo and you win the game. And yeah, hopefully you liked the video. I still had fun playing the deck, which I feel a bit guilty. I'm finally back. Yeah, I was sick for 4 or 5 days because of the second shot of the vaccine. I'm happy that I have it. At 39.4 degrees Celsius on the second day, which was intense. I can't remember when I did last time. So yeah, I'm back. YouTube, Twitch, everything's back. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Check me out on Twitch. Leave a comment. Say hi. And yeah, wish you fun with the games. Okay, so, I mean, let's try it. Let's try this one. This is quite funny. Not gonna lie. Okay. Could be. Wow. Okay, you have to go. Well, that's an. Okay, so the thing with this scenario is that Cry hits every card except this one. So the Cry here is heavy. I played today against Eli Loveman and we just ride with each other because the game was insane. I wanted to put that game into the video, but it's a 50-minute game. It's a 50-minute game, so if you really want that, please let me know in the comment below, because as I just said, it was a hard game and we fought it really well. So I just want to say that shortly here. Okay, so we can win the game next turn because they don't have hand tight. They maybe have 1 counter or 2, but that's about it. Tassa Oracle. Okay, let's go. I mean, 13 life I think is still in the safe zone. So okay, let's see. Sprite Dragon, that's GG. As stupid as it is. Yeah. I mean, the thing with Blitz, which is a really cool deck, game 1 they have a hard time. Combo is just... I don't even know what I should say about this. I personally think this could get panned, because this not much you can do, right? There's literally no interaction. You know what's funny? It stopped my full control and an opponent gave up and gave me the game. It even stopped my full control. I just want to mention that shortly. That's a great clip for my video. So let's go to the next one. Chris Botello. Okay. Well, It's gonna be a good game, guys. It's gonna be a good game. Okay, we're gonna keep this. Playing at this time has some good players around. Not gonna lie. What is Chris playing? I would just say he plays Timo Clower. That's just my... Okay. Never mind. I was all the way wrong. So... How do you play this here? I'm gonna keep my Brainstorming. I think it's just... Shrine, Island, Bolas... What the hell are you playing? Well, let's have a look. Maybe the Narset, Commit, and the Gia Hulk. Okay, I was hoping to hit a Narset, but now I get a feeling what we can see on the other side. It's my only counter, so I'm gonna take that one. I mean, Chivar Disruption is fine, but not good, right? Could have a counter here. I don't think Chris has a counter here in this position, but could have. Oh, the good old games against Chris offline. It's always fun. They always take forever, so I hope this is going to be a good game, no matter if I lose or win. So here we could see a potential commit. So now the question is, do you have Teferi? Land plus Teferi is a warship that I have to think of. But I still think Mace Mountain Resolve is super powerful because it has to be exactly land and Teferi. Okay. I mean, this works around commit here. Let's draw a card. Let's do some more. I do like this one. Because it gives me options. Okay. Take the memory lapse there. I still have the feeling he kinda wants to use the memory there. Which makes sense. Okay. So I have a good reaction on Gearhulk here. I can counter it, which is super strong. Or I can just cling, which is also very strong. Okay. Nope. Okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but we have to take what we have to take. Just in case if there's another Gearhulk right now. Okay, and a Scanta. It's pretty good. I have Scry potential here. I don't mind the 1/1s. If I can flip my scan, that's a huge point for me, right? So, yep. Already a flip potential. Could I do it like this? Keep a cling up here. This might be too much. We already have 7 there. Library, transform. Okay. This is where it gets interesting. I mean, he can play as tokens, that's fine. Brainstorm, okay. Brainstorm. I mean, there's a Loch going on right now, so sure. I just have to make sure I keep my cling. There's not a really strong card in the graveyard. So let's play with that Scanta here, but so Wishclaw Talisman is obviously not good. Well, let's rephrase this again. I'm gonna take it here because it still can win me the game. This just dies to Helix. Okay, let's have a look first. It's not a bad card. Not a good card either. We can get a Tainted Pact. Probably what we're gonna do is Mindstone draw as Scanta. I don't mind this. I definitely don't draw too well. But I have to use my expertise next turn. And I need to find something to attack his hand. So those are the more important parts right now. Okay, we take a Drown. Oh, come on, dude. I hate all the tapper. You have to... We had just that... Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Okay. So we potentially could win the game here, right? This plays around a counter. Oh no, it's just cast, so it doesn't play around the counter, but it's still good enough. So we're gonna look for something to attack the hand. That's it. So next time we should combo this off safely. There are so many Gearhulk decks, it's quite hard for me to say which one Chris is playing here. Okay. Let's just do the easy one, huh? I mean, it's not even a good game, but I'm so sorry, Chris, that I played this deck against you. It's oh no. Okay, so the matchup is really tricky. It's a really tricky matchup. I do like my 4 Distortion main, to be fair. I do like my Lurrus, my Dispute, and the Pact main, while getting rid of the board wipes and the Fatal Push here. You can play Test of Talents, but I don't think it's good enough to be considered. You can play Gravedigger's Cage, but we still have ways to deal with it. So I mean, Grappling Claws is doing something similar than Soul Guide Lantern. Just wonder if there is a card we do not want. It's probably Eliminate. Yeah, let's get the Claws in. Necromantia is an interesting card, so you can get rid of the Gearhulks, which makes a bonus deck the Fairy deck. Which is interesting. Okay. It's a really, really different deck to play than the usual decks we play. This is memory lapsable, but then they use it. Yeah, the Narset was a problem here. With my hands, I do not like Narset. That was a hard one. I mean, still had to go for Narset because Cycle or just getting the treasure into Narset is just too powerful. Okay, trying to find the lands. Lyra is definitely a good card in this matchup. Because, I mean, I still have Heartless Act and some removal spells, but not too many. I probably should have got rid of this one. We have 2 cards. I know he has a memory lapse, which is not what I want, turn 4. I don't want to get memory lapsed here, so we're just gonna pass. Okay. It's my only chance to get something of this, because I cannot counter Teferi. Not be able to counter Teferi is a problem. So untapped land with Teferi would have been heavy, but then again, I think I had to throw it in here. So we get 3 cards in the graveyard. I mean, Chris is definitely looking for lands here, and the way it looks, he doesn't find the lands. I mean, now there's a land. Memory Lapse still a problem, so cannot play Mindstone. Take a Scryland though. I mean, he knows I play way more counters now. Okay. Still can't play Mindstone. Because I need the Drown for the counter on the Memory Lapse. Yeah, sure. Gonna get a land here. Okay. Still don't play Mindstone here. Do like my lantern here. Obviously it's not cool if Drown in the Loch, but yeah, no. That's a nope. Could slam to Fairy here. It's pretty good. Okay. It's a problem.
I won't hide from the world. We need to move quickly.
Memory Lapse. Oh wow, no. Okay. There should be a Memory Lapse somewhere. Holy Teferis. That's a lot of Teferis. There's a lot of Teferis over there. Wow. Okay. So. So I have one problem, and I mean, Tainted Pact is a good start, right? But now the question is, how do I get to Oracle? I have a count up and a removal, so probably gonna pass here. Need to find a way to deal with the Fairy though. Okay. Makes my Lurrus more attractive. It's gonna be a hard game. Because right now I really don't have an answer to the Fairy. Interesting. Searching for cards. No results.
Let's slow this down. Keep up the pace.
No counter, huh? It's good to know. No flash card either. Also good to know. I think we just pass here. Pass and scry, and maybe we're gonna find it. Not much else we can do. Still have a count on our hand. Having Soul Guide Lantern makes the Gearhawks kinda gone, which is fine. If there's another Teferi, feel free to just play Teferi. Because I cannot deal with them. If I get rid of 2, I mean obviously it's still card advantage, but... Okay. 2. Okay. Still go for it. I'm gonna keep my... Okay. Torrential Gearhulker. So how much do I care of Lyra? Not really that much. A grasp in the sideboard would have been nice here. So what I'm gonna do here is there any good card I could play from it? Brainstorm? Sure. Okay. So I can Tainted Pact and find a potential Tassa's Oracle and then just Tainted Pact again. Which is like the way I have to do it because I really need to keep my counter up. Not happy about it. Okay, take 5. So I cannot play Tainted Pact now. That is just how it is. Well, I can play Tainted Pact, and if they want to go for the Torrential Gearhawk, I just Soul Guide Lantern them away. Which seems legit. Hello. Okay. Okay. It's a good card. Okay. It seems like there's no arc. Oh. Let me take that one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. I wish I could solve the equation into something else, but that should be it. I mean, if you have it, you have it. If you have the veto, you have the veto. Okay. I have to go for 2. Ooh, this is interesting now. Okay. There could be a potential draw 2. Okay, Brainstorm is fine. Okay. I mean, I probably were looking for to give me 2 cards, but I had the counter for that card. But yeah, tough games, usually against Chris. Yeah, GG. Okay, everyone, you saw the games. I mean, we basically had one good game against Chris, and then we had the other game where we actually misclick, but I wanted to show it because it's definitely funny to watch. And yeah, I didn't add the game with Eli Lothman. It's a really long one, and I think it's some recording problems, but if you want to have the game and want to see it, let me think about it, and maybe I'm going to upload it somewhere where you all can see it. I think the deck is super powerful. I think maybe there has to be something done with this deck. It's hard to interact with the combo. There are definitely cards that can do this. So if you have a card like Prismari Command and you manage to make opponent draw 2 cards before the Thassa's Oracle trigger resolves, this is a way to win. So I do like a deck with Prismari Command or a card like that right now. And yeah, I think it's a cool deck, and feel free to subscribe, like the video, say hi on my chat, check the guide out on MTG Arena Zone, and yeah, see you guys next time.